Hey, that's me. That's Nick Linsmeyer. Getting to meet my favorite comedian of all time, Norm Macdonald, back 342 weeks ago. Which, as you can see, that was back when in March of 2019. Got to meet at the Oxnard Levity Live Comedy Club. I'm making this video because I love Norm so much. I tried to recreate him using AI, so I'll show you the results of me doing that. But first, I just wanted to give you the background. I got a chance to watch Norm live a couple times. I uploaded one of those sets to YouTube. The other one I didn't upload yet because I've been trying to use AI tools like this one called Speaker Split to separate Norm's voice and the background noise from Barry Sobel's voice here. I got to check out this show with some other comedians. Was at a table with Barry, and he was talking very loudly. And he opened for Norm that night, and Jeremy McKiernan was there. He took this picture. But yeah, I recorded the audio. Unfortunately, there's a lot of talking from Barry, and I wish I had told him to be quiet in hindsight. But hey, hopefully AI will be able to at some point separate his voice out from that beautiful comedy set from Norm. And at the very least, I got to see Norm the month before this in February of that year, and I got a clean audio set and posted that on YouTube. My friend Matt Bell also watched him in March of 2020, so I posted that to YouTube as well. And I had lost track of that recording for 5 years, and I just posted it to YouTube. So I'm kind of in my Norm revival right now. In any case, speaking of Norm revival, I did try to recreate Norm. I know it's crazy. It sounds using the top AI tool. So ChatGPT, they have their AI video tool called Sora. Google Gemini has VO3, which is arguably the best video creation tool out there. And then there's Grok, which is the other top model these days. It's known for doing stuff that other AI models will refuse to do. So anyway, let's dive into some of the results because they might surprise you. So first of all, Sora was able to first generate images before suggesting making a video, which is kind of a smart strategy because they wanted to, see if the video will be decent based on your liking of the images. So I just said, let's create Norm Macdonald doing stand-up. And then I told it to make videos from that. And to me, this looks a little less like Norm Macdonald than it looks like Todd Glass. But hey, he was friends with Norm, so that's better than nothing. But you can see when we click on the video, it tried. It didn't quite get there. Again, looking a little bit more like Todd Glass. In one of these videos, I think he actually looks almost like George Clooney for a second, which is kind of odd. But the problem with Sora is there's no audio. So I tried going to Google, going to VO3. And in VO3, it just flat out refused. I didn't bother to read the policy guidelines, but I think it's pretty obvious that it's not going to, make a video of a real person. That's what a lot of the companies are trying to avoid is, copyright infringement. And the big SAG-AFTRA deal that came through a couple of years ago restricts what companies can do with somebody's likeness. So even though Norm's not alive, his estate, of course, could sue one of these companies, like New York Times is doing with OpenAI and so many other lawsuits with these LLMs these days. So anyway, I tried to jailbreak this, get around it. Unfortunately, creating a video of somebody who looks like Norm was also not something they were going to do. And then I tried to also just describe Norm when I saw him last. He was about 59 years old, from Canada, and he was on SNL and hosted Weekend Update. I want to see him doing stand-up. Nope. And then finally I just say generate of someone doing stand-up, which this is something that they're known for doing well. They only make 8-second clips at this point, but check this out.
But I really like attention.
All right, we'll restart this, so watch.
I'm not a big fan of public speaking, but I really like attention.
Okay, so first of all, that's not funny at all. But second, upon further glance, it's a pretty well-made video. It looks like something you'd see on Comedy Central or Netflix, especially for the clapter. And the only weird thing that kind of stands out is the fact that we have this person here who she's visible, but she kind of appears out of nowhere. Now, I guess she could have been tying her shoe, but
like attention.
it's kind of an odd way to create a video. Anyway, that's what the best I could get out of VO3 with Gemini. Now let's check out Grok. So Grok, it also refused, but it provided some helpful suggestions. It recommended I check out YouTube. It had a bit of other suggestions for what Norm was all about, and you can also check out X, of course, which is Elon property. And it could write a script in a Norm Macdonald-like style, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I guess you can do anything in kind of that type of pastiche, imitating somebody without infringing copyright. And then again, it refused to make a video of somebody who looks like Norm, and it even knew what I was up to when I said make a video of a Canadian, because Norm is the famous Canadian who's on Weekend Update. So that's what Grok did. I then tried out my luck again with Sora, because I thought, oh, what the heck, that could be an interesting image. And I asked Sora to make me an image of Norm Macdonald as a Frankenstein monster or a zombie. And it said it might violate our policy. So it's interesting. This content can't be viewed for now. So it sounds like they created it, and they're just not showing it to me. And so, anyway, these models are clearly still figuring it out, but I thought you all might find that interesting. So for the time being, yeah, we can all enjoy Norm Macdonald, obviously. Again, I mentioned I recorded some of his sets and posted them to YouTube. We might all have a Norm Macdonald chatbot that talks to us someday and tells us new jokes about the news, which would be kind of cool, very scary. I hope his estate would get credit for it. If his mom's still around, and his son and other family and kin would want them to get credit. But yeah, we all love Norm and love you guys. Great to connect with the Norm community. And let me know what you think in the comments. I bet people have strong opinions about this. Peace.